Melissa Kaprelian-Becker, the 5th District Alderman, and here with me today is Chris Flynn from the Racine Urban Garden Network and co-owner of DP Wiggly, our Mayor, John Dickert, and Pastor Bill Tompkins from the Nehemiah Project. We are going to be talking about a very exciting community-wide initiative that will emphasize and pull out Racine's community pride. And this competition that Racine has entered in is America in Bloom, and locally called Belle City in Bloom. We have Chris Flynn, who's going to talk a little bit about what is America in Bloom.
It's a nationwide effort to beautify the country, city by city. There are about 200 cities participating right now, and they all say that it's the best community building exercise they've ever experienced. It's about neighbors working together, getting acquainted, putting up their homes, helping each other, volunteering, planting flowers, planting trees, environmental efforts. The 6 criteria are environmental efforts, heritage preservation, urban forestry, landscaped areas, and floral displays, all of which we already have lots of, but this will put us on a nationwide stage and we'll have lots more and we'll all be happier.
That really sounds great and exciting for the city of Racine. Mayor, how do you see this impacting Racine?
Well, the first thing that really came to mind was when the Belle City in Bloom group came to our office and started talking to us about the project. It was a very large group of individuals from a variety of different types of organizations. And the first thing that we look at is the partnerships that are out there and who's actually talking to us to make sure that we have a broad-based support group. The thing that I think is really exciting about this project is we already have the Urban Garden Network, which has been very successful. A lot of you have been involved in it. We started out with a couple urban gardens this last year, and now we may be up to as many as 10 this upcoming summer and spring. The beauty of the Belle City in Bloom is that now this is another example of how Racine is coming together through a partnership of people to create and beautify our city. And when you think about how you drive by a home and you see the homeowner who has planted beautiful gardens or put flower pots around their houses, and how attractive that is for that house when you drive by it, imagine that happening all over the city. And not only just at homes, but in places around Racine. This, to me, is just another example of how Racine is coming together to beautify our city and making us another place that people want to come and visit on a regular basis.
That's great. And you talked about beautification efforts. And Pastor Bill Tompkins, you do have an effort that's going to be taking place. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, the Nehemiah project is joining the Belle City in Bloom. Belle City is that beauty. It's the word for Belle, for beauty. So Nehemiah Project Gardeners, there's about 500 gardeners that are going to be joining this process of having front porches beautified during this time where the judges come through. So the thing that I enjoy about this is we already have been doing some things together, but now we're doing it together. That all of the different organizations, the garden clubs, the different municipal areas are all working together. And so we get to see what a wonderful city we have and how that this collaboration is going to bring us to that point to where this celebration all gets done July 19th and 20th when the judges come through. So it's just a great time.
Absolutely. Now, we did talk about a couple efforts. That was the Nehemiah Project and the Prettiest Porch.
Yes.
But truly, the efforts are endless. We are asking neighbors and we're asking groups to get together, come up with some ideas on how to beautify your areas. And please let us know. We'll give you some ways to do that so we can publicize them and have you recognized for your efforts. And besides the Urban Garden Network, there's other things going on in the community that people can take part in. Chris, would you happen to give us some examples?
Well, there are lots of cleanups. Tomorrow is Earth Day. There are river cleanups, and there are weed outs, buckthorn and garlic mustard, and there are lots of ways to help tomorrow.
We have the Renew Racine project that is going on along the riverfront. We also have tree plantings going on all year long since we are a tree city. We won the Tree City Award again this last year. So there's a lot of activities going on around the river and around the lakefront in tandem with this project.
We will have naturalization projects. We're also Bird City USA as of last year, so some bird habitats.
We would like to present to you an opportunity to nominate individuals for beautification efforts here in Racine.
If you'd like to nominate what you feel is a beautification of the city or celebrating the work that somebody's done in the city of Racine, what you can do is contact either your alderman, you can get on the city's website, and you can check in some of the local stores like DP Wiggly downtown on 3rd Street and find a form or contact us and see if you can find a form, because really what we're doing is celebrating the great works that people have done to help make Racine even more beautiful than it already is. Chris, why don't you tell us some of the things that the judges are actually going to be judging on during this competition?
They are looking for improvements in all of the 6 criteria, and they're looking for residential efforts, commercial efforts, municipal efforts.
So they're looking for new ways to get involved in the community that will help represent environmental efforts, heritage preservation, urban forestry, landscaped areas, and floral display.
We have to assemble a profile book that contains examples of all the things that we already have and the things that we're working to build or improve. And that will be presented to the judges before they come mid-July. And then when they get here, we'll take them on a tour of different places in Racine. We're going to show off our city.
Absolutely. And Mayor, could you tell me, what would you like to see from residents?
Really, anything that you can do to beautify your neighborhood. And sometimes that means little things like cleaning up. Cleaning up even though it might not be your mess and maybe your neighbor's mess, but working together to make sure that our city is looking fantastic when the judges come and take a look. Small things. Sometimes keeping your grass cut neat and even a flower plot on your porch, or your window pots having flowers in them. Oftentimes it's a variety of houses that are enlightened with flowers that make a neighborhood look beautiful, not just one house. So we're going to ask all of our residents to pitch in a little bit and make our city look even more beautiful than it already is. Let's make this an opportunity for us to shine.
Absolutely. And Pastor, would you mind giving us a closure about the America in Bloom event?
This is our chance as a city to work together all across the city and to enjoy the beautiful city that we have. This is a time right now we see in the spring that things are growing like we've never seen before. And we get to do this together. We're seeing together, beautifying the city at every level. So just like what the mayor said earlier, this is a chance for us to work as one, to beautify, to clean up, and to make this the Belle City, the beautiful city in Racine.